Welcome to Onward Master League. I'm your host, ctrl.flirt.del, and today we have the Newbies versus Pandamonium for our week 2 of season 10 games. I'm excited to be bringing this game for you today. I believe it's an EU versus NA team. And yeah, we're gonna get started here. Everyone's all loaded in, ready to go. So let me just tell you the bans. Today they have a ban from the Newbies is going to be Quarantine, which makes sense. And then from, from the side of Pandamonium, they are going to ban Tanker. Uh-oh. Apologies for this, my system just immediately realized I was online and decided to mess around. Anyway, they are gonna get started shortly while I turn this back on. Make sure that it goes proper. All right, well, we will manually get this started shortly here. The pick for the first map is going to be Subway, which is an exciting map. It's one of my favorites. So let's see, the Newbies, this is their second season, I believe, and so they are the favorite to win this battle, and we have 8 favoring Pandamonium. This is their first season for all the players, but they have been trained by teams like Mayhem, so they do have a bit more knowledge than your usual veterans coming in, maybe like the rookie boot camp folks. Let me just tell them that there's a bit of a technical difficulty. And then we'll get going. Sorry about that. I did not realize everything was going to crash, but no worries. That happens sometime. We also have other casts coming up. We have the dev team. They're playing today versus the new team from Brazil. So new teams, but familiar faces. They do play in the Pavlov League as well. And then later tonight, I will be hosting another game, Warfare versus Delta Squad, which is I think it's going to be a really good matchup because they're more fairly newer, but they're really good players. So I think it's an even matched game. Okay. And let's see. Even more games tomorrow. So, casting all weekend, lots of Onward for you today. All right, now I got it fixed. All right, let me just let them know that we're good to go. All right, for the first objective today on Subway, it's going to be the north objective. The Newbies is going to be attacking for Pandemonium, so I'm not exactly sure. I've seen them play before in other tournaments, so they do have skills. I've seen them play on this. Let's see, Subway is, they've played it a lot. Actually, it's their most played map, so they're very, very comfortable on this map. Let me just let them know we're good to go. And they will be logging in shortly. Thank you so much for joining us today on this Saturday. I don't know what part of the world you're in, but it's hot where I am. So it's nice to be indoors in Subway. This objective, I would say, is one of a very capable one. I would say between this and the platform one. This one is easily capable if you're gonna push in through the north, but let's see, some people attack it from the south. It's a great objective to work with your team, sending 2 teams in different areas to distract one side. So I'll be curious to see how they will attack it. Pandamonium is going to have to hold a good defense. If they're newer, Don't know their entire roster. I can tell you they're Captain Kesney, JT, Android Goat, Nexus, Reinhardt, and White Fang. And they've been practicing a lot and playing together for, I think, what, this will be their third match. But they've been putting in the work in the offseason, so for new players, I think that they'll do fairly well. They certainly don't have the kind of nerves you think that newer teams would have. They're excited and hyped. Okay, let me go. Alright. Now we're just waiting. They're probably planning it all up. Sorry about that. It's fun when everything decides to shut down. Yeah, it looks like they're all in the lobby, but they are probably still planning. They aren't all ready up yet. Let me tell you who's playing today. On the newbies, we have Mr. Body, Andy Bud, Mr. Shrimp, Jason D. Galvers. And on Pandamonium, we have Kesney, Android Goat, White Fang, Douchebaggins, and Reinhardt. Actually, Douchebaggins isn't on their roster, but he practiced with them a lot on the off season, so I think he's in as a reserve, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll have to double check on that. And I'm not trying to play favorites or anything, definitely not. But I did make their logo. Because it's a panda, it's so cute. Right? Pandas? Don't worry, newbies, I also have bee stuff. So, I love both bees and pandas. This is exactly why I picked up the game. Cuddly animals. That's totally the spirit of Onward. And sorry for Subway's under construction. They're getting their lawn taken care of, so you might be hearing some mowing on the side. Just to let you know that there are going to be multiple casts. There's going to be another one coming up very shortly here. So if you do find any multiple streams going on, make sure that you use multi-stream to stream all the games and you can watch them all at once. Let me know in chat who you are favoring for this game. I really like to cast a lot of the newer teams, and then I like to stick with them throughout the season because when you get casted a lot, you can learn a lot, and so it's good to see people either adapt and change and improve on things or not. So all the teams that I've followed have not been a disappointment. They've all been fun, and I really love casting this level of play because it's newer and you get to see different things, and also it's cool to see how new people approach the game. And it's also, I think, very encouraging because it tells you that anyone can start playing the game. You know what I mean? There's a learning curve, of course, but you can join a team, put in your work, and be playing well and on casts. All right, just gonna let the teams remind them that they can play now. They're still not ready to, they're using a lot of their time to play. So I'm expecting some really good plays coming out of this. Let me know about the newbies if they do shield. Can't recall. I know that on another tournament they played really well. So I'm excited to see them. I think they're going to be playing, Pandamonium, which will really be able to show off the skills that they've learned as a team that's played. I think last season, not sure if they played. I think it's just last season they started. Alrighty, so let me just go ahead and go into the first round 1. All right, let's see. Okay, they're excited.
Don't get impatient. She's gonna fall asleep in like 2 seconds because she's gonna have a sugar rush.
Let's see how the newbies are choosing to approach. Looks like they are splitting up one, maybe just watching the flank. Okay. Okay, yeah, they're going to be going through the north, heavy push. Galvers with the shield, and I believe I saw Kesney run up and maybe put out a C4. So Jason here watching their flank and Mr. Shrimp. So that's smart. You always want to have that just in case there's a rush from Subway, which I always find to be rather unexpected because of all the levels. So I don't think new teams will be flanking too much. As you can see, Pandamonium is they're in their spots as told. Let's see their defense. Oh boy.
Grenade north.
Let's see if we can find that C4. Oh, there it is. Oh, so it's a little low. They should spot that immediately and knife it because it's so low. If they don't make any noise, then they won't get blown right away. But they are definitely going slower, the newbies, just being careful, making sure that there aren't any ambushes right here around the corner. Just gonna clear it out. So that should blow off the C4 if it's... Yeah, and it does. Very good on clearing the C4 there. That was good. They didn't have to even see it.
I don't know about the stairs now, guys, whether they're using 2, so we're going to need to go down the stairs and see what we can see.
Okay. Giving some plays here on how they should push. No peeking from Pandamonium, which is good. They're waiting patiently. They don't really need to peek because they can hear them already. Newbies are doing a good job of just clearing, using their frags wisely. Okay, and they definitely counted, so that's good. They're just trying to bait out anybody here. Pandamonium doing a good job of not peeking. Really do not have to peek here. The newbies, they do have someone, I think, on the catwalk on the south side. So if he can make some noise, that will allow them to move down. Right. Oh, is there another C4? Oh, there is another C4, and they take out 2. Not even downing them. They are completely out. That was a very good one. I did not even see that one. Fantastic play from Pandamonium. So that's going to leave newbies with 3, and the shield in the middle if anyone tries to take it. Now, I don't know if Pandamonium has like a shield, designated shield person. Oh my gosh, that also took out Kesney. Or did they shoot that? I didn't see that call. I was going to say he can take the shield, but looks like Mr. Body's going to go for the shield. Which, he's not picking up the shield. Okay, I thought that's what he was going for. They're just going to suppress the area. And, oh no, they need to run out. And they are capping already. You do not want this coming out. Kesney went down, so, oh boy. They are not peeking at all, so you should peek. You should peek a little bit. They're being suppressed. And... the newbies take that handedly. with sending the uplink. Now, I will say, I thought that C4 was really just going to kind of like boost the confidence of Pandamonium. They did a great job of not peeking, but you do have to have somebody giving call out. So once Kesney went down, I mean, I think that they would have told the others that, okay, there is a shield coming down, there's multiple people. So you still need to peek, especially when you hear, you know, the suppression, the light suppression, the taps. You know that that's going to be some distraction play to just kind of like suppress you into your spot. So the newbies do get that uplink. Unfortunate that Kesney went down because he was in that spot to give callouts. However, let's see, Pandemonium is going to be on it now, so I'm sure they're going to be looking for, you know, a cap of their own. I think Kesney plays shield. I mean, I know he has played it. I don't know if he's going to opt to play it for this one. Just because it's good to use a shield on this objective. And let's look. It was. Oh, see, the kills did not register with the C4, or just only one. So don't look too much at the KDR. But they, yeah, looks like a little off. But Andy Bud did get that that uplink. Okay, into round 2. It's a good learning opportunity. No problem. Shake it off, as Kesney will. Yeah. Just pick yourself back up. Kesney does have the shield. Alright, so he can go first. He does have the shield. And Galber's is... Let's see if he's... maybe just placing the C4 and yeah, it's a little higher here. He may have been able to give a call out because you can hear them a bit. No, they're not going to challenge them around the corner. They're just going to let them come down. I don't want to say either. Almost the exact same setup here. The newbies are going to opt to stay on the objective, covering any south entrances. And it does look like we have 2 from Pandemonium going down the the catwalk. And again, they're really not going to have anyone really challenging them too much. You got Mr. Shrimp down here, but they're really just making sure that they're covering that cross from the south, because you can cap around the corner where Galber's is. So that's another thing, is you'll want to run around the corner on the north side and right here where you can cap as well. So the newbies are talking. That's great. You need to communicate a lot with your team, just continuing. Even if you don't see anything, it's good to just say like, okay, nothing so far, just so that people can anticipate just a bit of what they might be seeing. So again, with newer teams, you will see them be more careful, which is good. So they can choose when would be a good time to push in. In this case, they are looking for, I believe, just anybody that might be around the corner, just making sure that they clear it very carefully. They may be a little bit too close, I would say. I think like Android could let Kesney move a little bit further ahead while still keeping an eye on his back. Right, so Kesney is just signaling. Very quiet. Oh, the C4 is right there. Oh, they did not catch that C4. Oh, that could be deadly. There's all three of them right there. As soon as they see them, they're gonna blow that C4. They need to go a little bit more. Perfect. They are, I don't want to, I know there's a kill over there, Andy, but, and they get two of them down, and White Fang already a revive on the other side. Okay, they're back to 5.
Get up. I lost my pistol.
That was a good C4 that they had blown it just a little bit. They definitely would have all gone down. All right, there is some gunfight going over here. Mr. Shrimp is just gonna patiently wait for them to come out. More gunshots going down. They're suppressing. They're gonna clear those corners. And another C4. Downs Android. Only downs. Okay, gets Kesney now. Leaving Douchebaggins alone. There is a downed player. Let's see. White Fang is up. Reinhardt is up. White Fang is down. I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to go for that res. The newbies are just making sure they are dead. Okay, they get Reinhardt, leaving Douchebaggins and White Fang to give callouts in the... Not really gonna get much useful callouts there, I don't think. Oops, wrong one. Let's see where he is. Yeah, he's just... Oh, he can actually... Oh, he can give him some callouts and say that there's at least one. But he either is doing it silently or not at all, because Mr. Shrimp hasn't gone around to kill. I guess they're just waiting just in case there's more. Let's see what Baggins is doing. He is trying to clear out that corner where I am just completely stuck. Oh, and sorry about that. The newbies do get that because White Fang was down. The newbies go down, I think they lost anyone on that round. And they go up another point, looking to secure their map pick on Subway. Again, this is their most played map, and I believe the ban from the side of Pandamonium was Tanker, because maybe they don't like Tanker as much. But it seems that the newbies either pick Tanker, Cargo, Subway, close quartered maps. And smart move from newbies banning Quarantine. I think Quarantine is a map that they have practiced a lot on Pandemonium. And if it's Quarantine is a difficult map, so I don't blame them there. Thanks everyone for joining us this afternoon in the US, evening in the EU, I think where the newbies are. Okay, well, Pandemonium, they're really going to have to, you know, just quickly, they can't really, you don't really have time in the tent to go over what went wrong that round. You really need to focus on the next round, which is hard. You get off track thinking about what we did wrong, but if they could just kind of quickly learn, like, okay, we should maybe not stack too much, should have cleared for more C4, thrown more frags. I mean, they did use their utility. You know, when Kesney did say go, I did see that they were shooting, like, the guys in the catwalk. So they did what I think was the right call. They were trying to suppress and cause some noise. But of course, newbies did have 2 defenders right there. And we're gonna go into the Chinatown OBJ. Newbies attacking. They're getting the south spawn, looks like. Pandemonium. Okay. Giving some positions. Let's see. Memorizing the code, looking like they're gonna go for another cap. Oh, sorry. I did not forget. Okay, so Andy and Jason are gonna push up and clear this area, which is just a really sweet spot for C4. Defenders can hide in a lot of different areas, while the rest of the newbies are gonna go down this tunnel here, the double tunnels. Ooh, a drone. I love drones on Subway. They're great. But they could go slower just to make sure they can check any C4. Okay, definitely calling out that corner there. So Douchebaggins is going to be locked in that position. So he should not peek right now. He should just kind of wait and then pre-fire as he hears them, and he does peek, and they do get that shot on him. So that drone did give them that kill. So really that drone got that kill. That's pretty cool. Uh-oh, I think Kesney just told Douchebaggins to push, but maybe he didn't see that he's down. Galbers does have the shield, which is a very powerful weapon. So Pandamonium should be hearing them right now. Looks like Android's gonna be watching their back over there. So they are close on objective. It can get hectic if the newbies choose to use a lot of smoke utility, which, what is that? A nade, not gonna hit anyone. They do look like they're gonna have these two, Jason and Andy, are gonna push through the south entrance.
I see him now. He's tagged.
Okay, Galber's giving some call outs. So they've cleared out this little nook, the dumpster nook, and White Fang is just waiting for them right there. See, if once he puts down smoke, it's gonna cause a bit of panic in White Fang, right? He might either, oh good, he's using some utility. Oh, Flash is, oh wow, he does get the shield. They go for the refrag, but he retreats. That was a great, team kill onto White Fang. Andy Bud does get Android go, so he is coming down to the south. Mr. Body does pick up that shield. And Andy Bud and Jason D do clear out that south side. They're suppressing as everyone else enters. Kesney makes up for that team kill by getting Mr. Shrimp, and Mr. Body grabs the shield for himself. Should really just warn his team not to panic by that smoke, because he did just confirm 3 bodies there. All right, he should be putting the shield on, because here they go pushing in. Jason and Andy Bud. Reinhardt gets Andy, Jason, and they trade, and Pandamonium take a point for themselves. That was a great round from Pandamonium to stay in this game, in this map. So approaching it, I'm not exactly sure how much they've practiced and played Subway. I did play with them a lot, and I personally like Subway, but I suddenly can't remember. But this objective has a lot of entrances. You can go through the north, deciding you can also rotate easily if you are not on the north side. North takes a little bit more time, but there are a lot of entrances that you can enter. So if you play well with the team and you can communicate, you can kind of make a good entry, like either at the same time. And again, shield play is good. It also allows defenders a lot of places to hide, though. So there are some really good points for where the defense can choose to stay hidden and quiet and either give some call outs or wait for that flank to come through and shoot them in the back. So I think for both, if Panda kind of play it slow and check the corners, make sure they check for the C4, because they know now that the newbies use C4. That would give them more of a chance to take this Marsoc round. It was an unfortunate team kill, but Kesney was like, I'm not going out on a team kill. I had to look at kills. I'm not going to look too much at the kills on this because they seem inaccurate. So, unless, I don't know, there was team kill was counted through C4, but I noticed on my game too that that happened, so we won't look too much about that. Okay, into round 4.
Nope, this is South Spawn.
Alright, let's see.
Yeah,
They are trading drums. Great use here. They looks like, you know, they're still learning their callouts, but I mean, I'm in like what, my 4th season. I'm still learning callouts, so I don't blame them for that. Not knowing exactly. So they're gonna push 3 this way, which is great. They're gonna do a 3-2 split, and it looks like they know that. They're, you know, they don't seem to, you know, kind of like decide on the fly. Watching each other's back, that's good. Wifing and Android are a little bit close together. There's no C4 or anything, but they are rather close. They could be across from each other, but maybe back just a hair, just in case their nade goes out. Defense staying tight, usual places. Nobody on the newbies is, they're not doing anything crazy. No flanks. They're all in their positions, playing it safe, which is just fine. If that's what you have to do to win, and that's what you do. They seem pretty disciplined. No one is really peeking. Galbers is going to be able to give some good intel right here. I'm sure he hears them just because you can hear so much from not that far of a distance. Oh, Andrew's gonna hear that pin pull, but he does retreat, so that's good. Oh, and that's a trade. Galbers and White Fang, and clears that out for Android. So Android needs to let his team know that he got one, and they're missing a teammate now. Reinhardt and right next to each other, and Jason D right here. Douchebaggins needs to be. Jason could just peek them right now, and Reinhardt needs to have his gun up there. Jason picks up a double very easily. They should have been prepared for that refrag. Oh boy, Mr. Body downs Kesney with a C4 and then finishing him off. Oh, he pre-fired, but Mr. Body was hidden. Oh, I didn't even see him. All right, so they have 1 panda left. Android Goat versus Newbies is 4. Mr. Shrimp is going to be right there. He's anticipating. He's in a very good spot that because you can kind of clear it a little bit. Oh, Android does get Andy Bud. Mr. Shrimp goes for that refrag and takes the map for Newbies. All right, so the bees win that one over the pandas. That was good play on the newbies. Even though they were ahead, they didn't do any aggressive pushes, and they did what they were comfortable with. Clearly, we know that these are, well, the newbies are not as new. Pandamonium, this is their 3rd league match, and they are all new players. So. And I think they have reserves. Again, Douchebaggins has played with them, but looks like he's reserving for them today. So of course that's not going to give them that advantage and that edge. And wow, it looks like Pandemonium has chosen to go downfall, so they're hoping that long range is going to help them for this one. Good call on that, because they already banned quarantine. But, like, if Snowpeak doesn't get banned, you should totally play Snowpeak. And so let me go into map 2 and downfall. This is great because you don't see a lot of new teams picking downfall, and that's maybe they have been practicing some sniping, maybe they trained on it, as I think our fellow caster Trip likes to say, that practice those maps that you find really hard. and then get good at it, and then you've just learned a hard map with your team. So, okay, looks like we're gonna go into a short intermission here. We will be right back.
Cross, frags coming out. Frag going right inside the container. Up the down.
Now Reaper's going to be trying to work the zeros. He tries to make a peek. Oh no, he's actually more focused on the windows on the upstairs. The positioning is wrong.
What's gonna do? 4Q could have a chance. Nate comes in the right side, not quite far enough. 4Q keeps applying the pressure. Doesn't hear a zero come in from behind him.
Verge has a bit of an easier route into the objective. Hailfire rotates around and Verge understands that position. Noman finds Polka, and Noman's able to find Hailfire as well. Blaze.
If they can still cap from around the corner by only holding their hand around the corner, then Green Thef's in a bad position because there it is. The objective is open, and if they are not careful, Green Theft
The drop on him.
Oh yeah, he's gonna see decap here soon enough. Oh, he's gonna go for the knife.
And the knife comes out. A fantastic stealth play. That is
In the thumbs up. Oh,
Is it a cap?
Is it a
It
cap?
might be a cap. Oh no, they decided.
What
Nope,
just
no.
happened there?
They were going for the cap.
Epo,
No.
what is going on? Ordini is
Okay.
able to bring some sanity.
objective. Kija, danger close to objective on the south side. Push up. Fighting with Thunder. Those pistol shots are so fast.
Blink evens it up in their favor here. Shenanigans finds Thunder Pouch.
Are back, and we're going straight into round one on Downfall. They've got the middle objective. And Pandamonium, oops, wrong spot. They are going to be in the north. Disney giving some early callouts. That's good that he's giving callouts, even if he's not sure, just so that his team can be aware. I know some teams that don't like to give callouts unless they're absolutely sure as to not cause confusion, but the callouts are still good just to kind of let people know, your team know what you're looking at. Our smoke coming out. Mr. Body does get Kesney. Oh, there's a team kill. Douchebaggins does get Android Goat on the back and leaving Pandamonium at 3. Let's see. They have taken North Hotel. I find that this spawn can be really difficult, especially once you're in this hotel, if they know you're there. Oh, I'm sorry. Pandemonium does have one more. If you get stuck here, it's like kind of hard to get out if you don't know where the enemy is, because they're kind of zeroed in. They kind of know what to look for when you're up here. Well, great rotation to go back. I don't think anyone is going to be able to catch them out from the newbies. I don't see any lasers coming this way. They can regroup here with their third player, Douchebaggins, who is inching himself towards the center. Hopefully giving some call-outs here. He's going to be able to... Oh, see if there's any call-outs from... Confirming helicopter. I think there's someone in the center. No, he won't be able to see that person in the center. He doesn't see the lasers like I do.
South Marsoc? I'll push into South Marsoc, see what I can see. You guys will probably push to the south of that and down into there, okay?
Great of Reinhardt to reposition, kind of talk with, kind of collectively decide what to do now, since their original plan has, I don't know what their plan was, but you know, losing their captain who maybe was given the call. So it's always good to kind of regroup and figure out what you want to do next. Yes, I would definitely take any utility they have. Andy Bud picks up Reinhardt on the cross and gives that call out. Oh, and he's only downed. So let's, they can get him now. He's across the way, but he should be able to give some call-outs from where he is. Oh, no, not really. He maybe can give up the, call-out onto Andy? Perhaps? I'm not sure. I don't hear anything. Right now would be, unless he's doing it quietly, I don't know, like with radio clicks, now would be a good time for him to tell them, unless he already has, where he was shot from, if he can see anybody else he sees or doesn't see, like any area that is cleared. Okay, White Fang left alone, having to approach the downhill is going to be difficult because they have Mr. Shrimp in the helicopter, who he is holding still. Again, the newbies are very, very patient. White Fang taking some shots. Oh, they are trained on him from when he... Oh, nope. Ooh. Doesn't see... Maybe he's gonna get caught out right here. And the newbies take that round handedly with a very strong defense of 5 up. Taking their first points as Volk on Downfall. And Downfall is such a difficult map in general, even for veteran teams. It's so wide in the open, you really have to have good tandem movements with your team, making sure one person can clear out an area and then you can push forward. But again, this is their third game. Let me look. Oh, and actually I do want to make a correction. The Newbies started in season 8 at the tail end of it. So, not super newbies, but still, it's, you know, in that first season, you kind of just get really beaten a lot, unless you're in a mix of a lot of new teams. But what I really admire is that they're still here. A lot of teams either just split up or move on, but I always admire any team that just sticks it through because they improve. Look at their stats for downfall. Oh, okay, they didn't play downfall in season 8. Season 9 will be the best tell. Oh yeah, they only played it 3 times and 0 wins, so I can see why they might have chosen to pick, chosen downfall. Okay. Okay, so for Pandamonium, they can choose to do the same thing, stay tucked in, not having to peek, but definitely assigning people to check where the spawns are, identify that. That's going to be really important for them, and to communicate with each other the angles that they're holding. Some smoke's going out just to help them cross, but the Newbies are gonna get the what is it, the southeast spawn by the twins. And let's see how they're splitting. 2 1 1 1 2. They're probably, you know, they're probably getting into position to look for specific places, like if they're gonna take the middle hotel, or any rotations to aggressive spots. Oh, they do. I don't know if he saw him. He's not giving that call out. It seemed like he saw him from there. Andy Butt is taking some calls. They are looking at that smoke. Taking shots. I don't know that they're taking shots at anything in particular, but I often take shots at things I think I see. Turn out to be, you know, nothing. A little bit of a pixel. Thank you everyone in the chat for showing up. Spire, Grimberg, Spiral, Wake, welcome. If you're new to Onward, let us know, and if you have any questions, we'd be happy to answer. I know there's a lot more viewers because Echo has grown, which is another game in the league. So welcome to any new viewers. Andy Bud is making himself into a really good position. It's forward that he can kind of clear out this path, this line here. And pretty much clear out the south side, because it's as far as, let's see, Android Goat is as far south as they are looking. They have 2 on the objective building, 1 at Ice Cream Truck. Lots of lasers. No one's really looking. Oh, let me look at red truck players over here. They did decide to go this north way, and they're proning. That is a good split, able to kind of work together to clear these sides. Let's look at the defensive spots here. They are... Reinhardt's going to be able to... Well, that's a good spot. He can hear them and just wait for them to cross if he stays quiet and doesn't peek. Which he doesn't need to. We have Andy is right out in the open, but no one's assigned to look there. So I don't know that anyone would have seen that. All right, Kesney is giving some direction to his team. Okay, we do have someone coming out of Canyon as well, because I mean that is a good, that's a good entry, because if he could take lower dumpster building, that would give a great advantage. He could look down the west. This is a little canopy that does obscure some of your view and can kind of tell if it's cleared out in the back. I think Kesney is as far west as the team gets, and there is some movement over here from Mr. Shrimp. He is gonna clear this building, but Reinhardt is right there, patiently waiting. Gonna get that kill on him, and he downs him. He needs to complete that kill. Android does complete that kill for him. Mr. Body's going to hear that, but I don't. Yeah, he's definitely made noise. Reinhardt definitely heard that, so he's expecting another one. Not really any place for him to rotate, so holding tight should be about right. Okay, they should know he's right there. I don't know if... Okay, they're just gonna hold on. Reinhardt gets that. Okay, smokes onto objective. Oh, we do have Andy Budd, who has made it to the center. Andrew must hear him and is waiting. He's got his team in the flank here. Shots from Reinhardt. Okay, does give that call out. Kesney is shooting the smoke, which is what you want to do, but none of them have, they should be aware that Mr. Reinhardt did give that call out. Andy Budd gets stopped, I think, approaching OBJ. Galbers does throw some more smoke along with Jason from helicopter. Mr. Body is running in, and he gets stopped by Douche Baggins. Galbers on the bottom. They should have this call out. Oh, Jason D is right there on objective. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. He is capping. Is he gonna cap right there? Oh no, he does cap right there in the smoke. Newbies send another uplink to the uplink call center and go up 2 points. That was a very good play from the Newbies. They moved in very well together. Now, granted, it's not going to be as easy when you play a team that's ranked a little bit higher. They would have known to look for some of those spots. Kesney did shoot into the smoke, as anyone should learn, but the radiuses is very important to check. And I think that killing some people on the objective kind of gave them that false sense of security, like, okay, I just killed one, how close can the other ones be? But yeah, they could be really close. In the chaos, that can happen. I think for the future, for Pandamonium, they can definitely move their defenses in a little bit more of a spread out way, not to spread out too far, but in order to stop any crosses. If they had anyone that was a little bit more further east, they could stop that cross from everyone. If they had more people focus on the lower dumpster area, that would have also been able to stop that push. And whoever was in the hotel, I don't know if he gave calls, like there's one in here or two in here. There were a lot of people that made it through the hotel. So that is just another learning experience. I do find that it is easier to defend in the sense that you can stay hidden, and Marsoc is the one that really has to expose himself to move forward. And Newbies did that very well, though, to really just cover those angles. They moved slower, and that worked in their favor. So let's go into round 3. And we're just going to move here over to a very capable objective. Actually, I think all the objectives on Downfall are very sneaky capped because you can just isolate one side and really just take advantage of that. The spawn east, Douchebaggin's gonna head into the valley. Kesney also headed that way, pulling out some shots. Don't know if he's just pre-firing or it's a lot of pre-fire. I don't know, maybe he has a drum. Yeah, he does. Okay. We've got 3 of the newer players invested in the upper red truck building. White Fang moving in. The defense, look at it's a good standard defense. See, they're trying to stop any crosses. This is a very, very important position that Andy Budd is playing because a lot of teams forget to check that. But they can smoke it and bypass it. But Mr. Body is in a really good spot as well if he doesn't peek and let them approach him. Oh, he does get shots out. That's going to alert Android, who is rushing in. Doesn't get that kill, though, onto Mr. Body. That was a good rush and attempt, though. Shots coming from Jason D onto, I think, Kesney in the center there that he may see. White Fang gets Mr. Shrimp. Galbers gets the refrag, though, onto him. That was a great shot from Galbers. Okay, given those callouts, Mr. Body's still in there. Andy stops that cross. I don't know if Mr. Body, I don't know if they knew that Mr. Body was still in there. Alright, so Kesney and Douchebaggins need to decide what they want to do. They are exposed in that area. Oh, Douchebaggins has made it to lower dumpster. But he threw smokes, so they know he's there. Oh, yeah, he threw smokes. I don't know why defense would throw smokes there. So they definitely know where the rest of the team is. Oh, and Kesney, it looks like he's rotating back north, which I suppose is a good call as long as he doesn't make any shots. Maybe use the smokes that were thrown out as decoy for his push-up here. There is no rotation from the newbies. They are staying in the spots that they shot. So if there was any intel at all, Kesney can work with that. Would be hard to say. I would expect some sort of rotations, especially if we taken 3 out. Although Mr. Body isn't really in an easy rotatable spot. And they're all still in really good positions against Pandamonium. Kesney is taking this hotel, the north, which I try to avoid as possible. One, because I can't look over the ledge anyway, but you can get stuck there. And they definitely know he's there. He is shooting at the ice cream truck, body truck, whichever it is. I don't know if he's pre-firing to take the attention away, and Douchebaggins is moving up into the hotel where I think, who was up here? There was someone up here. Okay, so he's made that, and Jason is covering the basement where you can definitely cap. See, newbies are 4 up. Yeah, he'd have to take out Galbers and Jason and then going for the sneak cap, which he can then get because Andy and Mr. Body are far enough. So Kesney really needs to just make some noise to allow Douchebaggins to kind of move in. So Douchebaggins did communicate where he is. So Kesney, and they know where Kesney is. He knows they know where he is. They could definitely make some noise if he has any smoke or utility. Throw it out there. Think if he was. There were no shots coming out at him. Okay, they have 48 seconds left. They're gonna hear that beep. Even though that 30-second beep comes on to warn you, you still have time to work with 30 seconds, but it does instill panic in people who, you know, just kind of panic in that 30 seconds. Okay, Kesney does go down, but Andy Budd, the smokes is not far enough to cover, I think, his steps. So Andy seems aware of it. Kesney, okay, the beep has already gone out. Kesney's not looking to clear this room to, the bottom one rather, where Andy is. He does get him 7 seconds left. Douchebaggins really has to make a go for it, but he's not going to get there in time. So Pandamonium runs out of time. Newbies takes the second map. And the series going up 4. And yeah, they take the series. Newbies, they, again, we're so patient. On the third map, they have a lot of room really to play with. They won by a high margin. So they're up 8. Pandemonium has 1 point on the board. They've gotten 2 caps already. So whatever the third map that they choose, which maybe I'm gonna guess is Cargo, unless they want to practice. This would be a good time to practice a map you're not as good with, and maybe try some new plays. Sub in a newer player. Oh, Cargo it is for the third map. Which, like we often say, it's the equalizer one, so pandas can take this time to put some points of their own on the board. Okay, we got the newbies going in on Marsoc, Pandemonium on Volk. And no subs that I see. I know the Pandemonium, they're missing JT, who is a strong player. He has the most hours on their team, and he is a strong player. And again, this is always a learning opportunity. It doesn't matter what team you're on, what level you're at. Every loss is a time for you to figure out if you did anything wrong, or give you the opportunity to play a team that's very skilled, and that will give you just more intel, more understanding of how other teams play. So the more you play, the better you get. On Cargo, looks like we're gonna have the north OBJ, the very, very far north. North makes sense to me. So let's see, Pandemonium is defending, so hopefully they know. It's so important that teams do the radius exercises where they know exactly where you can cap, you know, hidden behind cover, inside the crates, and defend those spots. So right now, pandas can take the opportunity to be aggressive, which they did not previously on the other maps. The newbies could as well. Or take the time to practice holding the angles that they want to hold on Cargo. You can't go wrong with either mentality on Cargo. You could be aggressive, you can hold back. It works on different objectives and different teams. It's just really what you're feeling. But knowing the newbies have been playing reserved, maybe you want to be aggressive and counter it. So lots of things to consider. There's no right way. If there was, like, it would be there would be just so many more teams riding on top. But as it is, there are teams that have been playing for a very long time, since the game's come out. But we've had a lot more new teams, new players, and we're looking forward to more new teams forming, new players for sure, once the Quest port comes out at the end of this month. So, hype for that. I'm not sure what they're waiting on. Just readying up. Maybe they want to work out a plan. And I'm not just saying that because, you know, I'm casting and the series has been decided, but I do hope that they take the opportunity to try something new and different from what they were doing in the last two maps. Alright, well, I will take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, Rebuff Reality, as you see, VR Cover. We also have ProTube VR, Fix Gaming. Thank you for sponsoring and partnering with the VRML. Alright, we're going to go into our first round of Cargo. Pandamonium.
No, give him your clicker. Alright, that works. Don't get him confused. I don't want to die. I don't mind being...
Newbies memorizing that code. I always forget to memorize that code because I would forget it anyway. Anyone who just memorizes is crazy. Shots ringing out from Jason D. They're taking a bit of an aggressive push. Andy Budd already pushing a Mr. Body as well. Kesney is also in a bit of an aggressive position. He's going to rotate a bit out. Smoke's coming out. Looks like the newbies are going to go a little bit faster and separated as well. They're holding different angles. Mr. Body out using that smoke. Oh, Kesney's hit it. I thought he was looking inside. Andy Bud's going to take it right here. White Fang is... Ooh, he takes out Mr. Body inside the Love Shack. Kesney takes out Jason D. A C4 goes off, not hitting anyone. Newbies are on 3. Kesney takes Galbers and Mr. Shrimp on the other side. Kesney's right. Wait, how did they not see each other? Oh, the smoke. Oh, Andy Budd is right there. Here's Kesney. Gonna catch him in the back. Hopefully they did get a count. Ooh, C4. It was a good attempt. It was near him. Mr. Shrimp getting douchebaggins, but White Fang should be able to get that refrag. His Android Goat gets Andy Budd, 1 left. They did get that call out. They know they're going to pick up that res. Mr. Shrimp right here. White Fang going to face off. And Pandamonium takes a point. And that was good. I really liked seeing them push forward like that. The only person rotating really, I think, was Kesney. He was the only one that kind of had to because he was in such an aggressive position. And the newbies, they had an aggressive start that they just didn't follow through. If they maybe used more smoke and utility and moved a little bit in a way of like holding angles, like if I've crossed this way, then it's clear, or I hear the enemy here, that kind of thing. But it's cargo, so it can, like I said, be fast, be slow, but good shooting from the side of Pandemonium. I really liked their push into the center from Kesney there. And it's always good to get a point on the board. I believe this is a challenge map, as these are 2 different regions. They're EU and NA. So that's always nice to play teams that you don't play a lot. Anytime you get to play with, you know, across the pond, it's always a fun experience because it's a bit different. Okay, we're gonna go into our next round. Round 2, let's see how Pandemonium chooses to attack. See what their plan is. They too are memorizing the code. Okay, no pre-fire. It's pretty quiet beginning, and now the pre-fire, or not pre-fire, shots from Android Goat. Okay, Kesney calls out. I don't know if he calls out C4 or says to check it.
We're ready to go.
Oh, okay. It looks like they're in position and all going at once or pushing at once. Shots ringing out. Smoke's coming out together. Pretty. Oh, and Reinhardt, he pre-fires and shoots in. Andy Bud is on the side of Galbers, gets Android. Kesney gets Andy Bud. Mr. Body gets Android Goat. Wait, I didn't know if that was multiple. He's finishing up that kill. Kesney gets Mr. Body. White Fang is on objective. He's not in a capping spot though. Oh, it's taken out by Mr. Shrimp. Galbers takes out White Fang. Kesney is down, not out. Miss Douchebag is in. Mr. Shrimp is gonna grab him though, leaving. Oh, Kesney's giving that call out. Oh, Reinhardt is capping. He is capping right now. Oh, no, he's going for the kill instead. Goes back to capping. Mr. Shrimp is now checking. Oh, so close. So close. If he hadn't given up on that, but hindsight's 2020. Newbies take a point on defense. Let me make sure. Okay, so that was actually a really good push on the side of Pandemonium. Of course, there was Pandemonium with the defenders being where they were, but I saw some really great movements of pre-firing the right spots that they were going after. The call-outs never stopped. The call-outs. There was, I think, 2 down. Kesney gave the call-out, but White Fang was also there. He could have been giving some call-outs as well. I'm not sure if Reinhardt did the click, 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 click to let them know. That would cause anyone who's down to just be a distraction. You know, that requiring Mr. Shrimp to go around to shoot your body does give extra seconds to cap. So I don't know how fast people cap. I can do it kind of fast, but I usually take 6-7 seconds, which is kind of slow, actually. But only because we're watching it and you expect it to happen so fast and you're panicking. And I think that Reinhardt would have been able to get that had he not paused. But when you're in the game, it's much more difficult to gauge that because you hear the jingle and, you know, you're just kind of worried about if they sneak up on you like he did. So great job moving up though. They all got up there. So that's the important thing, is knowing how they moved up. All right, going into round 3. All right. All right, we're gonna get the pipe OBJ. Looks like they're going for a little bit spread out. Smoke's coming out from the side of the Newbies, which give them a cross. I'm not sure if they were called out. White Fang is pushing up aggressively here. He's going to run into 2 of them. Takes out 2. And there's a 3rd. And Mr. Shrimp takes him out instead. C4 goes off. They lose their man on objective. Hopefully White Fang gave that call out because he is very close to OBJ. Oh, there we go. We've got Reinhardt on it. Perfect call out, letting them know. Android doing a little peek. Throwing smokes back. Fantastic. I usually throw it off the map, but again, I can say these things because I'm just watching. Jason D is taking his time to go down the tunnel. Galbers they all can really cause a lot of distraction right there in the center, but all eyes are on Mr. Shrimp right there. Reinhardt does take him down. Galbers gets the refrag onto Android, but Kesney is right there. They know where he is. I think they gave up on the tunnel watch. So they need to turn their back, but once he gets shot, Pandamonium has 3 up, so they can definitely get that refrag if they're close enough. And there he is. He is completely exposed, just waiting for Kesney to expose himself. Yeah, they gave up on the tunnel watch. I don't know if they cleared it before they did. There's a lot of okay, now something's coming out. The frag, perhaps, and that should definitely alert them that there's someone right there. Douchebaggins is coming around and then pausing. He is just quietly. I don't know if Douchebaggins hears Jason. Waiting on each other. Oh, he must hear him because the click of the tablet coming out. All right, here he goes. Oh, he gets Kesney. Oh, he knew he was there. So Douchebaggins really give that call out. That was a fantastic play from Jason. Please, somebody clip that. He knew he was there and pre-fired. And he takes out Reinhardt and clutches the round. Wow, that was such a good play on his part. And they go up another point. Fantastic movement from Jason. He was patiently waiting. And again, Pandamonium really could have cleared out that tunnel because Jason was working his way down for a very long time when his teammates were still up. So clearing out that is very important when you maybe don't have an accurate count and you've killed a lot of them and you're wondering where the last guy is. Always eliminate those areas because it's easy to eliminate, because once even if they kill you from that tunnel, that alerts your team immediately that they're in the tunnel. And Douchebaggins pulling out the tablet definitely made noise. So what you probably would want to do if you were in Douchebaggins' position is to immediately rush around and shoot him because it's such a small space. So just grab that refrag by popping out, turning the corners, pre-firing. But Jason did that instead because he knew he was there and just pre-fired and shot. So that was very, very good play on that. And then I don't know who was last on OBJ, Reinhardt perhaps. He was looking for that refrag, which is fine, but if he was the last one up, he knew he had to come to the objective, so could have used that time to just reposition himself into an advantageous spot and let Jason come to him because he had to. So that's my advice. Take it for what it is. It's my 2020 hindsight. And into round 4. And yes, people are asking in the chat or why they're playing a third map. Yes, it is for MMR, so we always play the third map for MMR. Why we cast the third map is, I guess, why not? I mean, it's just more footage for the teams to learn and more games for us to watch. Pandamonium gonna throw smokes out onto objective. Let's see if they capitalize on it. They should be calling out the crosses here. Gunshots coming. Mr. Body makes it across. Andy Bud staying kind of put, waiting for the smokes. Suppression coming out. They're moving up in the center. Reinhardt and White Fang. Lots of smoke and chaos. Jason in through the crack is going to be able to see. Oh, Android downs Kesney in a team kill. Galbers downs Galbers, so 1 for 1. And oh, Jason gets Reinhardt. Douchebaggins downs Android. It's a bit of a mess here. White Fang is going to get the back. Jason is going to get his back. And just like that, Pandamonium is... well, they created Pandamonium, and now they have to get out of it. Andrew Goat is being quiet. He really needs to give that call out that one defender is there, and that how many teammates he saw go down. So again, Douchebaggins is in this position. He's probably going to hear Mr. Shrimp and Galbers because there's 2 of them. Oh, and never mind. Gowers gets that kill. Jason finishes a kill on Android. Newbies get another point. That's up 3, and they're at match point for themselves. The chaos was good because in cargo, creating chaos is very advantageous, but you have to capitalize on it by moving into it. So making sure that first of all, you don't run in front of your teammates' bullets, which, I mean, I'm not above team killing because I may or may not have team killed in our game last night. So that does happen, but when you choose to be chaotic, make sure that at the very least it just looks chaotic because there's smoke and mayhem happening. You still want to make sure that you're telling your team, I'm gonna pre-fire here, don't run in front of it. If you do have to rotate in front of something, you tell your teammates that that's where you're rotating. And then watching each other's back, because you're moving into enemy territory where you know that there's going to be a lot more of them, right? So if you don't know where they are, just always assume that you're going to face 5 of them. Okay. In this case, in the center, they could have called out how many they saw crossing. So then assume that there's 4 in that center, and then you're going to want to either move with the smoke into the smoke, or shoot every corner that you round. And then again, make sure you're doing callouts. I don't know if they're doing callouts because I can't hear everything, but call out everything you see and don't see. Because even if you say, you know, you cleared it, obviously if you cleared it, your teammate can move forward a little bit. Of course, it's not always perfect. That may or may not have happened yesterday too, I don't know. Okay. Into round 5, Newbies looking to close out the game, winning all 3 maps, but Pandamonium is on defense, so they do have the opportunity to put another point on the board, although this is the most capable objective. I don't know if it's the most capable or just capped very often, because aggression is your friend here. And and they throw out a C4. Smoke's now coming out. Some pre-fire from Douchebaggins on support. Reinhardt pre-firing in the center. And Andrew goes down. Kesney is down by Galbert. Should be able to give that call out. And then how many people went down? Mr. Body in the smoke. Douchebaggins is really gonna have to get them there in OBJ. Douchebaggins looks away right then and there, and gets Mr. Body. Andy Bud's right there, gonna be able to get the refrag. White Fang gets Galbers. More smoke coming out. Douchebaggins grabs another, uses that smoke to defend him. White Fang is also there. They really need to get back to OBJ. Okay, that's one was capping. That's just a dead body. My goodness, makes chaos for me. Jason D's around the corner there. Douchebaggins is just hiding. If that body's right there, you know, hiding in it might be good. Mr. Shrimp is sneaking up. Jason is right here. Oh, he's hiding in the smoke. And Mr. Shrimp's gonna hear that. He's gonna act on that. Oh, no, he's capping. Oh, he's capping right now. Mr. Shrimp is capping, and he does cap. Good job, Mr. Shrimp. Capping right then and there. Like I said, it is a cappable one in very, very short amount of time. The Newbies take 13 points for the series and giving themselves a win against Pandamonium. Now, I will, say Pandamonium, it's your 3rd game ever in League, and this is Newbies. They're going into their 3rd season. So they have a lot more games on you, but there is so much that you can take from this game. And I think that if you just apply some of whatever it is that you guys learn as a team, watch the tapes together, kind of call out what you were doing and why. And that's just a really great way for you to learn about your teammates and to say like, well, I went here because, and then over time you will learn how everyone moves. Like the same thing for me on my team. I just get to know that I know that that's them. They're going to go that way. A lot of people play the same positions. It's just habit, and it's just comfort. So that will happen as well. So study the team you play, which I know that you guys do, and work on your comms. Now, again, they did have a reservist, so they were missing. I think their co-captain. I think if JT is the co-captain, I know he's a really great player, and he's out right now, so that did hurt them. But there were 3 caps that went out, and I think Pandamonium attempted for 1 cap. So I wouldn't worry so much about the caps right now. I would say focus on your spots and positions. So that is my analysis for this game. Newbies, they worked together, they gave callouts. That was good. Again, they're going against a new team. So this is also a learning opportunity for them as well, to say like what went right and why. Because sometimes you do get lucky because you're taking advantage of the fact that a new team might not know a certain line of sight. And if you can do that, again, although I didn't see anything like that with Newbies, they went carefully, they communicated, they went for the cap. So I think that they did a fantastic job. So good job to Newbies. Congrats for winning that series very, very handily with 13 points. And that will be it for this game. Newbies versus Pandamonium on this challenge match on season 10, week 2. We have more casts. We have one in 30 minutes with the dev team. Suddenly forgot their name. I just know they're the devs versus the Brazilian team, which is new to the league as well, or new to Onward, not new to the league. They've played other games as well. So looking forward to that in 30 minutes. And then we also have a cast with me again at 7 o'clock with Delta Squad versus Warfare. So I'm really, really excited for that one. I'll be joined by Xandria. And then we have more casts tomorrow. So thanks for joining us on this wonderful series. Let's thank our sponsors, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Fixed Gaming, Rebuff Reality. We have a lot more sponsors this season. So please check out their website, check out their products. They really support the league, and that's what we want to grow the league. So thank you for joining me. I'm ctrl.flirt.del, and we'll see you soon.